Oh, Allah, Imlala, Hayana, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Shah, Mashiach, Wamalaki, Bahashim, Harawat, Wakakorash, Barakatham, the water Bible Bar, Wakwam, Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine, I say you shalom. Today we're going to get into a video whereas I saw this clip and I just had them like, yep, that's the video for today. The video, I don't know how the confrontation started, but it ended. It ended with the paramedics coming to load a Edomite on a stretcher, and Jake was freestyling, knocking him out. He did a freestyle, no cap. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the video, and it's all this is showing that Esau's time is up, and the curse of Cain has came off of him, their protection, and now he's getting laid out everywhere. So without further ado, let's get the copyright disclaimer, then we'll get into it. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Go ahead and get the video. The name of this video is White Man Left on Stretcher Messing with Jake.
He ain't going to jail. He's going in the ambulance tonight. In the ambulance tonight. Homie about to hit the hospital. He done tore his knee. I'm the brother on the microphone killing all the beats. Homie tried to punch me and failed. And tore his whole damn ACL. Shout out to my homies here. They gonna get you, bro. I'm the brother on the mic taking pictures, though. That's a true story. Homie was tripping. I'm the brother on the microphone, make him listen. He done tore his knee, chit, 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 chit. He tore his knee, trying to mess with me. He done tore his knee, chit, 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 chit. He tore his knee, trying to mess with me. He done tore his knee, chit, 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 chit. Tore his knee tonight. Shout out to the paramedics, cause they about to help you out. Give him some morphine. You know he need it without a doubt. That knee swole as hell. I'm the brother on the mic that never fail. He tried to run across the street and challenge me and tore up his whole damn knee. That's what you get, man, messing with God's people. He done tore his knee, get. Tore his knee, messing with me. He done tore his knee, get. Tore his knee, messing with me. He done tore his knee, get. Tore his knee, messing with me. Tore his knee, get. And now y'all let him in the gurney. Good God. Shout out to my dude for the tip in the red. Homie right here, I hope you learn from this. I'm the brother on the mic to make him burn for this. We gon' put it on the Instagram, dog, in your fit. He done tore his knee, get. Tore his knee, messing with me. Tore his knee, get. Tore his knee, messing with King. Homie tore his ACL and his MCL. I'm the brother on the microphone, really do it well. Homie ran across the street and simply fell. Now he going to the hospital. Good God. Put a peace sign up for the people, man. Let them know you all right. That's what you should have used that earlier instead of the middle fingers you used. Messing with me, he done tore his knee, get. Tore his knee, messing with me, he done tore his knee, get.
Jake. Oh, call hello. Man. Let's get some scriptures, man. I told you. Buddy just did a freestyle on him right in his face. Let's get a scripture right here. It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. and shameful experience shall be on thy glory. Call her, Lord. Yeah, the Lord put that right hand on him, put tips on him. Now, let's keep going. Because we finna kill this white supremacy thing. It's all a lie. There has never been white supremacy. That's why they had to push it so much to convince you that it exists, but it doesn't. It's really white fragility because they're so fragile. They so fragile. They talk a good one though, but they fragile as hell. Let's get this one. This is the book of Genesis. And we're going to start at this is chapter 25. We start at verse 21. And this is when Rebecca was pregnant with Jacob and Esau, and she was in pain. And she asked an angel why she hurting so much. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Meaning, if this is your will, why am I hurting so bad? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Listen to this. And one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Esau was born first, so he's the elder. So what that means in long terms, Esau gonna end up being under us. We're gonna be ruling over him. He's gonna be serving us. Jacob is the youngest. Now, when it comes to birthrights, the oldest son usually gets the birthright, but Esau, being the oldest son, because he came out first, he was rejected. That's why he got a grudge against you Israelites. It's a spiritual thing with Esau's hatred against us. Let's keep going. And it was the Lord's doing. The Lord did this to him using that Jake. Listen to this. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. Listen to this. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Lord put the spirit on Jake to give him a 2-piece, 3-piece, whatever, with the biscuit and the pepper, and laid his ass out. Let's keep rolling. Let's go to the wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Chapter 5. We'll start at verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear, with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation beyond all they had looked for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes had in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools counted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered amongst the children of Yahweh and his lot amongst the saints? Therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, Salakia, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. See, that's Esau's confession when he sees the salvation. But the point of me reading this was verse 1. Then shall they stand in great boldness. This has never happened to Esau before. Esau don't know what to do with it. Like how all these black people, they ain't scared of us no more. That's the spirit of the Lord on us. Let's keep rolling. Let's get this one. Book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, said the Lord that doeth this. The point was in 11, when the Lord says he will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. He's raising us up. He's restoring our power and our influence over these heathen nations, especially over Esau. And Esau he don't know how to deal with it. He don't know what to do because he realizes that his so-called superiority, his authority is being challenged by Israelites. And it's only in the way of truth. That's it. But see, Esau doesn't deal with the truth. Esau runs from the truth. That's why he considers us to be an enemy, because we always reminding him that he's a liar. He's not strong. He's not superior. And there's an ongoing battle within Edomites right now. They're at a fork in the road right now because spiritually they're challenging all the lies they've ever been told about themselves, and it's taking a grievous effect on their egos, their personality, how they see themselves. A lot of Edomites right now saying they are ashamed to be Edomites because of the actions of this country, this government, this nation. Let's go to Job. Yeah, they got an inner conflict right now, and they don't know what to believe. But one thing they do believe is the Israelites telling them who they are because they fit prophecy. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 27. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Matter of fact, I was listening to a video today, and there was an Israeli woman saying she went to Thailand and she was despised. Mm-hmm. Let's keep rolling. Proverbs, chapter 26. We'll start at verse 24. He that disassembleth with his lips and layeth up deceit within him, when he speaketh fair, believeth him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. These videos are showing Esau getting knocked out worldwide. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it shall return upon him. This was the stone that returned upon him when he tried to punk that Jake. Let's go back to the wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 6. Verse 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels? Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. That judgment came just like this. And then he was still proud. He shot the bird at Buddy, even after he knocked him out and freestyle about knocking him out. See, that's how prideful Esau is. Even after getting knocked out, he still think he's better. Let's go to Proverbs chapter, what is it, 13. Verse 3. And we can start at verse 2. A man shall eat good by the fruits of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. Yeah, he's a transgressor. Verse 2. No, verse 3. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that open wide his lips shall have destruction. Yep. He got some destruction, all right. Let's go to the book of James, chapter 3, verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body and setteth on fire the counsel of the course of nature, and is set on fire of hell. Yeah, that tongue, man. Verse 8, but the tongue no man tame. It is truly evil, full of deadly poison. See, that mouth gets you in trouble. When you get out there bumping your gums, thinking you're better than somebody else, not even knowing them, not knowing their background, not knowing if they can fight or not, you just out there bumping your gums out of hatred, and you got knocked out. There's more on the tongue. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. His mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction. This is verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are a snare of his soul. See, just like when Trump get on TV talking big shit. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Ezekiel, because he fulfilled prophecy today. Verse 12. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Don shall fall by the sword. Verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh. The Lord used Jake to put tips on that Edomite. See what this one is. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So he ate some bitter fruit that day. You know. Let's go to Psalms 72, verse 4. He shall judge the poor of the people, he shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. This is only a small portion of compared to what the Lord is about to do to the whole nation of Edom. This is on a very small scale, but at the same time, Esau is getting the message. He's losing power and he don't know what to do about it. So eventually he's gonna resort to that sword because that's all he got left. Let's go to Second Thessalonians, chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that troubled you. Yeah, he got his recompense. Let's keep rolling. Proverbs chapter 16. And that was a righteous act. I'm pretty sure that Edomite started it because Buddy said in the freestyle he tried to push him. So he had to put tips on him. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10, verse 23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding have wisdom. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. And what was that desire? To knock him out. Yeah, the fear of the wicked shall come upon them. That's what they in now. They are terrified. They are terrified that we telling the truth. That's what it is. But they can't help but notice that these prophecies that we speak of are being fulfilled daily. So, Edomites, this is my message to you. Enjoy what's left of your kingdom because from this point on, it's only going to get worse. You can't change your judgment. It's already been written. There's nothing you can do. So just enjoy it while you're still on top because this is going to be your last time on top. Let's get this one. Let's go. Do we get to? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let him be taken in the devices that he has imagined. He was taken. He thought he could just punk anybody that's so-called black. Mm-hmm. He got laid out on a stretcher. Stretcher had to take him on out of there. Verse 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. See? That's that pride. Oh, that ain't nothing. I'm superior. Watch me knock him out. Pop. Call ambulance. See? Pride deceives you, man. Let's get that in Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's that pride. Jake brought you down to the ground through the power of Yahweh by Shem Shot. Listen to this. Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. and he used Jake to do it. James chapter 2, verse 13. Those that have showed no mercy shall have no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. Obadiah chapter 1, verse verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Why, Lord? Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Did shame not cover him when he's being laid out? When they loading him up on that stretcher and Jake freestyling about his punk ass? Yeah, that was shame. He had to be shamed because there was other Edomites looking, standing around laughing. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Yeah, literally in this case. Let's get this one. The book of Sirach, chapter 27, verse 30. Malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful man shall have them both. And this is the Lord right here. This is the Lord telling you what's about to happen to Esau, how he about to just throw monkey wrenches in Esau's plan, because Esau always thinking he's never going to be defeated. But the Lord, he addresses that in these verses right here. Sirach chapter 27, verse 24. I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him. You hear that, Christians? So God does not love everybody. Verse 25, whoso casteth a stone on high casteth it on his own head, and a deceitful stroke shall make many wounds. Because when Buddy pushed him, that was a deceitful stroke. So the Lord recompensed him. Listen to this. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon them, and he shall not know whence it cometh. He know he's gonna get knocked out. Had he knew, he probably wouldn't even approach that Jake. But see, he was so confident and proud and headlong, and that means reckless confidence. Let's get that. Hold up. Let's get 28 first. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall wait for them. Mm-hmm. Man, I forgot what I was finna get. Um, Psalm chapter 37, verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Now it's no coincidence that according to this scripture, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Why is it that every time an Edomite get mad, he goes after an Israelite? For no reason. Because the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. And that's across the board of Israelites, Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, so-called blacks. They always got a chip on their shoulder against us for some reason. They don't even understand their hatred against us. They're abiding by the program that the Lord has programmed them with. We'll get a few more and close. Let's go to Sirach, chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Chapter 14, verse 8. The envious man have a wicked eye, he turneth away his face and despiseth men. Just hate for no reason. Don't even know somebody, but you hate their guts. That is childish and emotional as hell. Verse 9, a covetous man's eyes not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. Who knows why that Edomite got mad? He probably mad because he saw Jake pulling up in a nicer car. Covetous. Because police have been on record for doing that. Pulling over Jake because they're in a nice car and then giving him shit. Y'all some childish, emotional ass nations of people, starting with Edom on down. Let's go to this one. Isaiah chapter 13. Verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. There you go. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. That's what he's going to do to the wicked. Now, what is he going to do with the righteous? Verse 12. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man of the than the golden wedge of Ophir. See, the world is recognizing the value of Israelites, especially the tribe of Judah. The world is coming to our side, even though we cast them off. Because while we was in the trenches, America was great. While we was fighting for rights, America was great, and nobody went out there with us. So now, in 2026, we're taking a stand against everybody. And for some reason, they can't understand. This is the Lord's doing. We were never able to organize like this before. This is the Lord's will. And through that, the world is recognizing the value of Jake. And they're also recognizing the wickedness of Edom. So that in itself is raising us above Esau, and he's going back down to the base position that he started from. Now let's end it in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. And we can start at verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. In the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Now let's get one more in Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. This is how the Lord finna get you Edomites back. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. That's it. This is why you get knocked out, because the Lord is turning the tables in the last days. He's raising us up and sending you back to the basement. That's where the base men dwell. So I hope you Edomites learn a lesson from this, because if you have noticed, the Lord is with us, and he's showing you that he is against you. So, like I said, enjoy the rest of your kingdom while it lasts, because after this is captivity and extermination. Call Halayim Lala Hayanawa Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Hamashiach Wa Malaki Yabah Hashem Harawat Wakak Warash Barakatham, the water Baba Bawa Kwam Yasharat. Shalom.